We are doing the Nutcracker Kit Junk Journal Folio. There is enough in here. You could almost make two. So here's your first option for the front and the back. Or your second option. You can mix them, you can match them, you can use the other one for something completely different. So pick which cover and which inside you want and cut those out. Make notice, do not cut the fold lines. These are fold lines, so this is one whole piece, which I have right here. So go ahead and get your pieces cut out and then come on back. Once you have your kit and you're cut out, the things you're gonna need today, obviously scissors, a hole punch. This ribbon does come with it. If you want something different, get those and get them cut. Some glue or double-sided tape. So get all of that together and then we will finish this folio. Okay, so I have picked my front and my back. And it kind of tells you what you're gonna do. So A, you're gonna glue A to here. And you can fold these now. I like to do it after everything is done. So we're gonna use glue for permanent, tape for now. And just a couple little dots. You don't want too much glue because it'll wrinkle your paper. Line it right up against the next one and make sure it's lined up here and here. Perfect. So now we're gonna fold all tabs inside. Once I know that I have it folded right, I'll use just the head of my scissors. I'm gonna do this whole bottom and then I'll check it and make sure it's right. Perfect. This is gonna give the card stability, which is why we're folding the tabs in and not cutting them off. This is gonna help make it sturdy. Check this edge. Now something else you can do, if you find that there's just too much edge, you didn't cut it correctly or you didn't fold it right, these distressing inks are fabulous to hide any imperfections that you have. I like using these because it gives it a softer touch. Ooh. So now I'm gonna go around all of the edges. This is the vintage photo. I love this one because it almost matches what's already there. And the white just doesn't stick out as much. When we go to fold these, I'll probably do the edges there also. So now, we've got this folded in. This is part of our spine, which the directions kind of tell you. Once you've done one, there's really only a couple different ways to make these folios. This is the spine of it. And then these white creases, we're gonna fold those also. Now we double check it to make sure. Now this is also tells you this is gonna get glued to this, and then we're gonna crease that. So let's just do that before we do too much more. Just double checking myself. That one's empty. Using just some dots is better than a whole long line. And then we will fold on this crease, which also shows on the back side. So now you will see this is the front cover. So the idea is we're gonna do that. So now we need to cover this so nobody sees it, which is what this page is. So I'm gonna trim all the excess around it so that I can line it up. Okay, I actually only cut this side and then the bottom so that we can get it all lined up. Okay, so let's get some tape and some glue. We need this sturdy, we need this to stick. We're not going to this point, we're going right to here. Now, I'm gonna hold it up and eyeball it right on the edge of the side and the bottom. Got a little off center. It's okay. Now we trim it. So I can't cut a straight line if it didn't kill me. So that looks a little crooked. Let me fix that. Then we have the beauty of inks. So here's another scrap. You could make some tags or something to go with the other option. Let's see, back to our vintage photo. Actually, walnut stain. It's just a tad darker. I'm gonna start at these edges here. And then down the edge, mask that white fold line. You could use paint, you could use glitter, you could 3D puffy glitter might be cute with this one. Okay, let's trim that off. So here's where you just check for any imperfections. I'm also gonna cover these lines. Sometimes if you want it a little thicker, doing that, just kind of spreading it around. There's sometimes I like it a little more dramatic. Do some up here. The way you angle it and hold it is the different looks that you get. That's always fun to play around with. Okay, now we need to fold the fold lines that we already have. So there's our spine, and here's our other spine. So the idea is you want the tree to match up. That's where we're gonna use our Velcro, which is also included in your kit. Okay, the best trick I have found for doing the Velcro is stick them together. We're gonna get our placement ready. And I'm gonna keep holding it and peel off both sides. Oops. Now, I'm gonna wedge. It's sticking on the top side right now. You could also do a hole punch and do a pretty ribbon if you don't want the Velcro. I'm really noticing this white and I don't like it. Let's get a darker, or I also have some colored we could try. Let's just see what this looks like. I'm afraid it might be too bright, but we can always cover it up. It's actually it's not dark enough. Okay, what else do we have? Let's see what the antique linen does. I don't think it'll do much, but nope. What about the black soot? I think that might be too dark, so we're going to use the brush and just go right in the white. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, and let's do a little more here. I mean, this is where you start getting your personalized look to it. You can use paint, you can use glitter pens, you can use gel pens. There are so many cute little things you could do. You could also do some 3D dots. I got these from the dollar store. They're little dots that you could take any of the little cutouts, put it on and make it more three-dimensional. So now we have the outside. Let's work on the inside. So the next thing you're gonna do is cut out your pages, and I have just stacked them in order. So go ahead and get that done. Don't cut the tabs off. We need those for stability. Get them all cut and come on back. Now, these have the directions on them, so it's pretty easy. We're gonna glue and attach each page together. So we are gonna use tape and a couple dots. Lining up the top and the bottom so they're all even, and continue that. These little tape guns are not the best. Glue tape. Okay, there's two here. Oops. Okay, then our last one. Oops. One of these has to work. There we go. Okay, now our last one, and you can see there's no tab here. So let's get that lined up. And I'm gonna give them a minute just to dry. And now we start back at the beginning, and we're gonna accordion fold these. The edge of the table is usually best. I just can't get my camera over there to show you. So I am gonna be kind of folding them back and forth. So this is where we glued. can already see I'm getting a little off center. So I'm gonna kinda, I haven't scored it too heavily yet. I will wait till the end, once I have all my pages folded, and then I will really score it when it's correct. Okay, there's my line. A little bit off, so I'm just gonna straighten it back up, fold at the line, okay. Now it's still a little off, but I'm okay with it. I'm just gonna score it. Now you get your outside. And you're not even gonna see this paper. You're going to glue this on the front. And this on the back. So let's do the front one first. Let me sit down. Come on. Okay. One of these has to work. Okay, I guess they don't have to work. Okay, now this one is gonna go right up to this fold line. We're gonna do the same thing. Stick a little glue under there. Need to get some little clips and put on this. It's still drying, the glue. So I'm gonna leave mine open just like that. But look how cute this is. Now, go cut out your signature pages. And let's get those in here also. Okay, we've got our signature pages. They're even marked. And if you can see, they're all about the same. They're just a little bit different. So we're gonna spin those and score those. That's a little bit off, but that's okay. The nice thing is when it's handmade, it's not perfect. These are cute little places to journal, glue some pictures down, write little messages. See how imperfect that is? It's totally fine. I need to get some clips. I don't have them with me. So when I'm gluing them, I need to clip them to let the glue dry. That's an easy fix. So I want my pages in the very back. So we're gonna start with number 1. The right side is gonna go against the right side. For the first one. So I want where the crease is. We're gonna go right up against that edge. Oops. Because I'm out of tape, I'm having to use just glue, and it just slides around until it's dry. Okay, so there's our first. Now we stack them on top of each other. Number 2. Making sure up and down. Number 3. And then number 4. You don't even have to use all these pages. You can put them in the other folio that had the option 1 on them. There's so many things you can do with this. It is such a cute little craft, a gift, having a craft night with all your friends. So now I'm gonna close it and let it dry. So now you can go cut out all your tags and your envelopes and your pockets and then come on back. Okay, while my book is drying, I've got some tags cut out. This is an envelope pocket. So keep those tabs on and I'll show you what to do with it. So these tabs get folded in. This is the back that you glue. And this is just a cute little pocket that you can put something in. Put a little Velcro on it if you want, or just leave it open. This is what gets glued. You glue this, you glue this, and you glue this, and then that goes in. These little tags you can cut apart and have 2. I like to fold them together and glue them. So let's do that. See if I can get tape to work this time. Look at that, it is gonna work. Now, I will just trim. It wasn't perfect when I cut it the first time. You could also use inks to hide that. I'm just gonna trim it. You could spend hours doing this stuff and getting it perfect. I'm trying to get rid of all of the white. And then we're gonna use some sweet little ribbon. You can do cute little bows. I just like to do a simple knot. There's that. Here's another one. I'm gonna score it and then you tape it. tape didn't quite get where I needed it. Fold that over. Trim it. And we're going to do a hole punch right in the center. And I think for this one, we're going to use this pretty pink, the sheer pink. Let's get them close to the same length. And then let's do one more. I cut out a whole bunch. This one, I'm just gonna do, that way you can journal or put a picture on the back. We're gonna use some vintage lace on this one. Let's see. I'll do this one. Okay, I think my tape guns are dead. That's a lot of glue. Love the sheer green, it's so pretty. Okay, now let's put some of these pockets in and envelopes. So let's see what I've got. Here's an envelope. Here's just a fussy cut and another fussy cut. These are all just little fussy cuts. This is a pocket. A pocket, and here's a couple pockets. So we're going to glue this to itself to make the pocket. And now we'll put some glue on the back. Let's see where we want to put it. I'm going to put it right here in the front. Let's do the pocket. So the pockets are only 3-sided. And I say that because I've done 4-sided more than once, let's just say. You just want the very edge. That way you can stick a tag in it. And right at the edges. On this page, I'm going to use a little 3D dot. Let's see, what do I want? Do we want a big present? Let's do the little present right there. That way it kind of looks like it's jumping off the book. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I think just like a little journal entry would be cute. So we're just gonna glue this to the page. And then you can put a picture next to it even. Let's put this up here. And then the big one, no. I think we'll do that here, or that's cute right there. This would only be two-sided. That needs to be glued, so just a big old L. Right there in that corner and along the bottom, and that's where one of these cute little tags will go. This would have that tag. This could be this little pocket in there, but I don't want to until it's dry. What else do we have? Let's do another little this big present right here. That's so cute. And then we'll do this one here. So this isn't even a third of the other stuff to cut out. I just kind of started small and got the ones I knew I wanted. And there's a sweet little tag, and then we've got one more little pocket. I think we're gonna do it right here. Just two sides. And then I'm gonna set something heavy on this and just let it dry. Because I used more glue than tape, some of it's still a little wet and moves. So, tape is always the best choice, but as you see, I didn't have anything with me. I didn't realize my tape was gone. And as you fill them with your ribbons and your lace, it starts sticking out the top. So I'm definitely gonna go over this with some inks on the tops and the bottom just to give it an older look. And I'm kind of thinking something needs to go right here that's three-dimensional. So I'll find something and you'll see it in the photos. So have fun with your junk journal.